While everyone is aware of the films that Hollywood produces, very little know about the origins of Hollywood. Why is it called Hollywood? Why do they call celebrity stars? And why do they honor celebrities with Oscar awards every year? Well, the truth is that the reason you don't know these things is because they don't want you to know them. They don't want you to know the truth about the system used to manipulate, control, and enslave you. Hey, in today's episode, we will be talking about the hidden truth about Hollywood and the Oscar awards. Let's get right into it. There is something about Hollywood that so many people gravitate to it. People don't know what it is exactly, but it might be the glitz and glamour of the business. The bright lights and cameras that hoard all the masses' attention. To many, Hollywood almost seems like a magical place where anything is possible and fiction is brought to life. If you have gone to an AMC movie theaters in the last 3 years, you might have seen this AMC ad they show right before the movie starts. In this ad, Nicole Kidman states out of her own mouth, "We come to this place for magic."
We come to this place for magic.
What does she really mean by that? What is the movie magic Hollywood is often talking about? Well, in order to understand what they're referring to with movie magic, we must first understand where Hollywood even comes from. As innocent as the word Hollywood sounds, it actually has some rather dark history to it. What most people don't know is that the word Hollywood comes from the ancient Celtic Druids. See, the Druids were pagans who saw themselves as magicians and believed that through magic and rituals, they can reshape their reality. The Druids thought that magic was real, and they used it for many reasons. They believed magic would keep them safe during the winter. They also believed that magic would grant them safety and protection, using magic for all sorts of reasons. The way the Druids would access this magic was by using holly trees. See, the Druids believed that the holly tree was the source to this magic, believing that the trees themselves were the homes of the gods they worshipped. So these Druids were known to cut down these holly trees and use the holly wood of the tree to craft themselves holly wands. These holly tree wands were made from holly wood, and this is actually the origin of the wand itself. It's why wands are associated with magic, because the Druids routinely used them during magical rituals.
And the people who are behind, for instance, let me give you an example. In the old Celtic Druidic system in Northern Europe, what we would call the white man's established system in Northern Europe, there was a very powerful priesthood called the Celtic Druids. And in the Druidic Celtic system, one of the most important symbols in that system, that ancient system, and we're talking about even 500 to 1,000 years before the Roman Empire, the Celtic Druidic system was in operation in Northern Europe. One of their most important symbols has come down to us today, and that is the magic wand, like Merlin the magician with his magic wand, Mickey Mouse with his, and the conductor of an orchestra with his magic wand, Fantasia. The magic wands were always made out of the wood of a holly tree. It was always made out of Hollywood. Consequently, they're still working their magic in Hollywood, because the holly tree, that was very sacred to the ancient magicians, the ancient Celtic Druid magicians.
The Druids used their holly tree wands made from holly wood to cast spells. Today, Hollywood is now the film industry, where movies and shows are used like the holly wands to cast spells on the audience. This is what Hollywood is referring to when they speak about movie magic. They are referring to the Druids and the holly trees. They are referring to using this magic on the viewers to shape their reality, just like the Druids did all those centuries ago. Now, this obviously connects to the Oscar Awards, as the Oscar Award is given to the best actors of the year. The Oscar ceremony is deeply rooted in this occult system. If you look at the Oscar ceremonies, you notice a lot of esoteric occult symbolism displayed during the award show. The logo for the Oscars is usually a golden man statue standing inside of a triangle, which to those who know anything about the occult know that this is a reference to alchemy. The statue itself is a replica of the Egyptian pagan god Ptah. This is not surprising at all, as most occult systems utilize the Egyptian gods for their rituals and rites. The Oscars is all about this holly tree magic, and I can prove that 100%. One of the most influential secret societies today is the Freemasons, and they're intertwined with Hollywood. The Freemasons are a secret organization heavily rooted in esoteric occult teachings. They're all about the mystery school teachings. The Academy Award, which gives out the Oscar Awards, was created by a man by the name of Louis B. Mayer, who was the co-creator of MGM Studios. Louis was instrumental in the founding of the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences in 1927. Now, No surprise at all. Louis B. Mayer was in fact a 33rd degree Freemason. He was a part of the Cecil Lodge number 568. Many of the founding fathers of the entertainment business were all Freemasons. Jack Warner, the founder of Warner Bros., was a Freemason as well. Tom Mix, another important figure in the start of the entertainment business, was also a Freemason. Cecil B. DeMille was also another Freemason. These are considered three of the most important people behind the founding of Hollywood. Hollywood was created by Freemasons. The Freemasons are using the Holly Tree magic to shape their reality, just like the Druids. Like I said, Louis B. Mayer was the founder of the Academy Awards, a high-degree Freemason. This is why if you look at the 2025 Oscar Awards, you will see the Masons' most important symbol placed right in the center of it all. As you can see, the stage actually has the Masonic square and compasses right in the center of it. What most people don't know is that before the Oscars was held at the Dolby Theater, it was actually held at the Shrine Auditorium. The Shrine Auditorium was created by the Shriners Masonic Organization, a branch a part of Freemasonry. The Oscars were literally held in a Masonic shrine. This is the reason they have the statue of a golden man standing in the middle of the triangle, another Masonic symbol. The Oscars stopped being held at the Shrine Auditorium back in 1999. It was then moved to the Kodak's Theater, which is now the Dolby Theater. This location, just like the previous, is heavily rooted in Masonic symbols. For instance, at the Kodak Theater, they used to have a location called the Babylon Court, which featured many sculptures and images of pagan gods that were worshipped in ancient Babylon. This isn't surprising at all, as the Freemasons are obsessed with Babylon imagery, as it represents rebellion against God. They also do this by honoring Tubal-Cain, who was a direct descendant of Cain. The descendants of Cain in the Bible are expressed as corrupt people who were partly responsible for the evil in the world. As you can see, Hollywood is all about the occult. The Freemasons created Hollywood with the same reasons the Druids did: to shape our reality using magic. The magic wands they used to cast spells now became the cameras, and the film is the spell. Since the beginning of Hollywood, it has been used to manipulate and control us, to shape our reality and to push certain ideologies for us to accept them. This is clearly obvious when you pay attention to the films they put out, as so many films have so much occult imagery, with a large amount of those films painting the teachings of the occult as good. Companies like Disney has been pushing out this propaganda for decades, and it's no surprise, as Walt Disney himself was a member of the Demolay, a Masonic youth organization for children. It is not a coincidence that Walt Disney was involved in Masonry as a child, and then pushes TV shows for children that are rooted in Masonry. This is all connected, and like I said, they are using these films to shape our reality, and they start from our childhood. Something that many people don't know is that in Hollywood, there actually was a secret military base. The base was called Lookout Mountain Air Force Station, and it was a secret military base in Hollywood, California that was used to document nuclear tests. It was also home to the 1,352nd Motion Picture Squadron of the United States Air Force. They used this secret military base to push propaganda. It's also rumored that many of the stars from the 70s and 60s came directly from this military base, as the elite were trying to use Hollywood to push counterculture propaganda, hoping to influence the youth to adopt a drug lifestyle, which was seen as rebellious against the establishment. They were pushing this propaganda because it aligns with their plans. If you pay attention to Hollywood and you see their films, you would notice this Masonic occult ideology in all of their films. Most of the films are pushing these ideas. While it might not be directly tied to the occult and showing open occult symbolism, the ideas that are pushed through these movies are. Hollywood is being used to shape our reality, and that's the reason why it's important we expose it. If most people knew what Hollywood really was, no one would support it, because nobody wants to be manipulated. So that's why they do it the way they did it. If you don't know that Hollywood is manipulating you, you don't care about consuming it. So it's the reason why it's so successful. While people are watching films and thinking they're just enjoying themselves, in reality, they're programming themselves and manipulating themselves. It's the main reason the elite spend hundreds of millions of dollars on films. These films are clearly propaganda, and it connects back to the MKUltra program. The MKUltra program used several techniques to manipulate a person's minds. Many of those techniques were adopted by the film industry. Using certain sounds and frequencies and certain pictures, all of this ties together to control the mind. Most of the population thinks that this is a conspiracy theory, but you can literally research everything that I just said. You will find that Hollywood was indeed created by Freemasons. You will find the connection of the Oscars also being created by Freemasons. And it's the same in the music industry. This is why we see so many artists pushing satanic propaganda at award shows, in their music videos, and in their lyrics. They are shaping the world just like the Druids. While the Druids use the wands, they're using the entertainment industry to control us. Even the reason that they're called stars is heavily rooted in the occult. See, the ancient Egyptians believed that when one of their kings died, their souls would rise and become one of the stars in the sky. Now, Hollywood gives a star to each one of these celebrities that sold out and pushes their propaganda. The same ideas that were used in the Egyptian times. While we are in the modern world, everything is connected to the ancient occult systems. They are using these occult systems against us and successfully have programmed the world to accept the fate that is coming. We must spread the truth. We must wake people up and show them that God is the only way. Pay attention to the Oscar stage and you will see all the symbolism for yourself. You will quickly realize that everything I've said in this video is true. Well, I'm gonna end this one here. Over the years, we have seen some rather controversial people become internet famous. In the 2016 SoundCloud era, we saw the rise of social media influencers like Bad Baby and Lil Tay. Two influencers who were famous for being disrespectful, loud, and controversial. Their entire claim to fame was angering the internet for clout and attention. While most didn't get it, some people knew that these influencers were just playing up a character they knew the internet would react to. Today's influencers have taken controversial to new heights, and the sad thing is, they aren't playing a character. If you thought Bad Baby was a controversial influencer, the TikTok star Trevino takes controversy to another disturbing level. Recently, she went viral for doing the deed live on TikTok in front of thousands of viewers. This isn't even the worst of it, as she has become one of the most trending TikTokers for inmate hopping, abusing her children, grooming, and a bunch of other controversies that should have kept her far away from being a TikTok star. In today's episode, we will be talking about the TikToker Trevino and the disturbing reason TikTok made her popular. But before we begin, I just wanted to politely ask you to help me spread the truth. Now, how exactly do you do that? By engaging with the content. Due to the type of content I make on here, we have been getting suppressed for a while now. But with your help, we can convince the algorithm that this content is important and needs to be seen. So if you want to help spread this content, it's simple. First, you can start by subscribing if you're not and turning on the notification bell. Then, you can also like the video if you actually like the content. You can also leave a comment with your thoughts on this video, letting me know what you think. Lastly, and most importantly, you can share this video with a friend or a family member so we can help them see the truth. That's how you can help me get this content out there, and I'm counting on you to do so. This way we can spread the truth. Now, let's get right into it. The internet is becoming a stranger place by the day. Living through the SoundCloud era was strange enough, but now things are getting out of hand. We know society is at the brink of collapsing when this is who is chosen to be a popular TikToker, making thousands of dollars in TikTok donations daily. This woman on your screen right now is named Trevino. She's a mother, if you can call her that, a social media influencer, if you can call her that, an artist and a TikTok star, if you can believe that. She's also an alleged groomer, child abuser, and inmate hopper. Now, I know some of you are probably saying, why is Truth talking about this woman? I know I don't normally talk about people like this, but when I was shown Miss Trevino, I was told she was very popular on TikTok, and I couldn't believe it. Then I looked it up, and it turns out she is literally one of the most trending people on TikTok right now. TikTok and its strange brain-rotting algorithm made this woman one of the most popular people on the platform. You do understand, for someone to become big on TikTok, the button pushers have to push her content. That means that someone at TikTok saw this woman's content and thought she deserves to be TikTok famous, which is insane, showing us exactly what kind of content TikTok pushes and rewards on its platform. So that you can understand why Trevino is a cancer to our society, you must first uncover the many controversies behind her. Trevino is a 36-year-old TikTok influencer with over 1.1 million followers. She has been posting on TikTok since 2023, but became popular back in 2024. This woman spends all her time on live, and it's what makes everything so much worse. The reason she went viral initially was due to her love for inmates. She has dated so many inmates, which she openly admits. It's the reason she was dubbed the Queen of Inmate Hopping, admitting she has dated over 30 inmates on live.
You really are. I swear, I've been with 30 inmates.
Initially, people would tune into her content because of her romantic relationships with these inmates. While most people thought that was crazy enough, they quickly started to notice that this was only the tip of the iceberg, and Ash was a train wreck waiting to happen live for the world to see. On top of being known for inmate hopping, her fans started calling her out for her other disturbing behavior. She was called out by her viewers for admitting she abuses her children.
Haley literally has been through, like, the bottom of her life. Like, I'm telling you, whenever we lived with her dad, I used to pull her by the hair because I was so mad at her. Like, I feel like he loved her more than he loved me, and so, like, I took my anger out on her.
She was also called out for an intimate session on TikTok Live, sometimes by herself and other times with others. She was also called out for grooming and chasing after teenagers.
Ash, stop moving. Ash! Stop moving. No!
Are you seeing that, chat?
Okay. Oh.
Right now, she is currently trending all over social media as the video of her appearing to be engaging in an intimate act with someone on TikTok Live is spreading all over the internet. This woman is a terrible influence, so it makes absolutely no sense that she's a famous TikTok influencer with over 1 million followers. How did TikTok let this happen? Why did TikTok let this happen? Well, to know the answer to that question and the reason that Ash Trevino shouldn't be platformed, stick around to the end of this video. Online that show Ash Trevino admitting she's an inmate hopper, taking pride in dating violent criminals who were in prison for very disturbing crimes. She openly admits to having dated over 30 inmates.
You're my 30th inmate. Did I not tell you that? You really are. I swear, I've been with 30 inmates. Ruby! I swear. I'm not with no one, just with you, but I've already married two. You're stupid. I mean, now I'm in a prison sister-wife relationship. Inmate hopper, of course I am. And guess what? If your boyfriend was in prison, I'd take him too, baby. I would. Trust me.
As you can see, she is prideful of dating convicted criminals and even brags about taking other women's incarcerated men. This is a great reflection of the mentality this woman has at the age of 36. She is still chasing the bad boys who come with trauma and drama. Apparently, TikTok's human-operated algorithm believed this was excellent content to blast all over people's For You page. On top of dating inmates, she has gone viral for admitting she was jealous of her own daughter, making this video explaining how she would pull her daughter's hair because she was jealous of her. When the viewers heard this, some of them started reporting her to CPS in an attempt to have her children checked on. After she figured out she was being mass reported to CPS by her followers and being visited by CPS, she made this video where she called out her fans for attempting to have her children taken away, admitting that she has had over 20 CPS cases opened on her in the past and hasn't lost her children yet, somehow bragging about it like if it was an achievement.
I never abused my daughter, you guys. What I said was, I would get mad at her, yes. And I pulled her hair, yes. But I never abused her. I never hit my kids, you guys. That's one thing y'all need to understand. And the only reason I pulled her hair was because she ran from me and I tried to grab her. And instead, I grabbed her hair. So it's like, you know, like, I never abused my kids. I never hit my kids. If you ask my kids if I hit them, I don't hit them. That's why they don't listen to me, because I don't spank my kids. So again, I did not pull her hair, like, literally, like, intentionally. I literally, and this was, I mean, she was little, so it was a long time ago. I don't care. Y'all can sit there and call me abuser, call me what y'all want, but at the end of the day, my kids know I never abused them. They never have bruises on them. If anything, I bribe my kids with money, like, behave and I'll give you this, you know? That's how I am as a parent. And I don't care because y'all call me a bad mom anyways. Y'all call me this, y'all call me that. And to be honest, I don't even have my kids right now, so it sucks because of y'all, you know? I don't have my kids because of y'all, so yeah. They can come back anytime they want. I just choose not to have them right now because of y'all. So, yeah. I do blame y'all because of the fact that if my kids were here, that's not neglect and it's not abuse. Like, my kids are not babies, you guys. Like, that's what y'all need to get out of y'all's head, bro. It's like, my kids are not babies right now. My kids are literally teenagers. Yes, I've had like 20 CPS cases. They dismissed them all because you know why? My kids are in good hands. My kids are taken care of. My kids do not need, they don't want for.
While this is bad enough, things only get worse from here, as she has been caught being racist multiple times on TikTok Live without facing any consequences. When she was confronted for her racist remarks on live, she could be seen laughing while pretending to apologize.
Run that back one more time. Go ahead. Apologize to the community that you offended in using that word.
I'm sorry to the Mexicans, okay? I will never use that
Hispanic community.
Oh, the Hispanic community. I will never use that word again or any racial slurs towards y'all.
Or just don't use any racial slurs.
Okay, I just said I won't do any, yeah.
This didn't get her kicked off the platform though, and neither did the other more controversial incidents. As Trevino has also been exposed for liking them young. As in many other videos, she could be seen on TikTok live flirting with another teenager who is known online as Santos.
You're gonna get another one later.
Yeah. I'm gonna get another one tomorrow too.
And then when you see me in person?
I'm gonna see you Friday. No,
So-
Thursday night.
So what are you gonna do?
What am I gonna do? I'm gonna make all your dreams come true.
Many people called her out for this as they believe Santos was underage. At some point, Ash Trevino was talking with the boy on live when she decided to flash Santos for the world to see. Thankfully, I can't show this here. Ash Trevino was asking the teenager to come hang out with her in person, an offer that he accepted. She would eventually meet with Santos in person, where she decided it would be a good idea to serve him an adult-only beverage and attempt to flirt with him. Due to her serving the teenager an adult-only beverage on live, members of her live stream decided to call the police on her, which led to the police arriving at her front door questioning what was going on. Ash denied the teenager was drinking when questioned by police, who during the conversation confirmed he wasn't 21 but was 19 years old.
So you know, this gentleman is 19 years old, okay? So
But he's not drinking.
I had a reason to be here.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
He's 19 years old. Nobody's going to jail. You need to be a little more aware of who's coming to your house.
Can you please tell them to quit harassing my dad?
No.
Don't you worry
That's
about
y'all
it,
on
okay?
TikTok.
No, but they're on the phone. Like,
Here's your ID.
Can I put the, open up your
Here's your ID back.
thank you.
Just be a little more aware who you got coming here.
Still, the viewer saw this as a form of grooming. She invited this young man who is still a teenager to drink and possibly hook up with her while she's a 36-year-old. After this, Ash played into her grooming role even more, deciding to make a whole entire song about wanting to hook up with this 19-year-old boy, claiming that he had smelled her nunu.
His pee-pee. He's seen the no-no.
She would eventually do an interview where she admitted that she had hooked up with this 19-year-old. Something else that she went viral for was when she decided to play with her women-only toys on TikTok Live, showing her toys to Santos as well in a TikTok Live. Now I know that 19 is legal, but it's barely, as he's still a teenager, and I agree this is very groomer-like.
So first and foremost, I would like to apologize to my kids, followers, whoever may be watching this. If I have done anything I have made you mad, upset, whatever it may be, I honestly apologize. I am taking accountability for that. And I just come on here right now and I say that I'm sorry for anything that I may have said or done that was uncalled for. And honestly, I am working on myself to be a better person, not only for my children, but for my followers, my family, and everything else, you guys.
With all of these disturbing videos floating around TikTok, you would think she would be banned and in some sort of prison. But unfortunately, instead, she's promoted and made bigger and bigger, which becomes even more disturbing when you find out what she's been accused of doing to her own children. Now, like I said earlier in this video, Ash Trevino has been called out many times for her behavior with her children. Not only did she admit she was jealous of her own children and punished them for it, but she also bragged about beating CPS cases like rappers brag about beating bodies. Ash has 2 children, and while some reports claim she has 4 children, apparently her children don't live with her at the moment, but her daughter, who is around 16, seems to stay with her often. She's often going live with her mother or around her mother. After her viewers witnessed her children's living conditions, they had reported her to CPS, as it was confirmed that her daughters don't even have a bed at her mother's home, forcing her to sleep on an uncomfortable air mattress.
Question. Do you have beds?
Well, I don't live with my mom.
But at your mom's house?
No.
I'm going to tell you. I'm going to give you money for, I want a bed, 2 mattresses, 2 of them. I want a headboard and 2 nightstands. I'm going to order that before you leave this house, and I'm going to insert.
According to Ash, it's not that she can't afford to buy her daughter a proper bed. It's that she wants everything to be clean before she buys her a bed, which I don't know what she means by that. Ash has denied abusing her children even though she's already admitted to abusing her children. She also is clearly a terrible role model for her daughter, as on top of all her online controversy her daughter is witnessing, Ash thought it would be a great idea to take her daughter to an OF content house called the Bop House to meet her favorite idols. It's obvious that Ash Trevino shouldn't have such a big following on TikTok. We have seen people banned for way less, but when it comes to her, she's pushed all through the algorithm. This is the exact reason I'm talking about this. So many people are encouraging this train wreck, including TikTok themselves. So many people are donating to Ash's livestream, encouraging her to do more and more of her wild, disturbing antics. While I know people have always loved drama and train wrecks as they watch shows like Jersey Shore, but this makes Jersey Shore look innocent, as Ash isn't on a scripted reality TV show. This is truly her life playing out for the world to see, with her family paying the consequences. The worst part of this all is that it appears she has the full support of TikTok. What most people don't know is that everything that goes viral on TikTok is pushed manually by TikTok's moderation team. They call it the heating process, where they choose which videos to push on people's For You page, making content go viral. On TikTok, videos don't go viral organically, they are forced to go viral. This means that someone on this TikTok team saw Ash's content and decided she was the perfect candidate to push and make viral. This to me is even more disturbing than Ash's content itself. This is what TikTok is pushing to the masses. This behavior is what they're making popular and rewarding. There is no way this is by accident or by coincidence. TikTok knows exactly what they are doing, and it's their plan all along, pushing brain-rotting content to millions of impressionable minds. Just like the music industry only signed gangster rappers pushing a criminal lifestyle that is destructive to the youth consuming it, TikTok is doing their own version of this by knowingly pushing the content of a woman who is a child-abusing, grooming flasher, pushing her content to more and more people. TikTok is a part of the problem on why our society is disintegrating. They are helping destroy the last bit of morals left in our world. Now more than ever, we need God. And sadly, there are so many distractions that it only becomes harder and harder for the youth to find them. It's why they're becoming so lost. Us as the consumers need to stop supporting these type of creators, as we play a large role in accepting them when we choose to donate to them or enjoy their content. These are the people that we need to ignore, to show the people over at TikTok they can't manipulate us. Well, I'm gonna end this one here. While everyone is aware of the